Hi Pisces, and welcome to your December 2023 horoscope. 2024 is almost around the corner, and if you would like some extra support with it, curious what you can expect, what you should put your focus on, then I wanted to let you know that my books are open. I have just a couple of spots left for year ahead readings. I'll leave the booking link down in the description box. There you'll find more details about what to expect for the reading, how it all works. And if it resonates with you, then I hope we can meet soon and I get to read your chart soon. December is quite a different month from November. November had a lot of Mars energy and December has a lot of Venus energy. As a result, I've been telling all of the signs that they should take time to rejuvenate, to come back to themselves during December, to spend time with their loved ones, to spend time doing things that they love, surround themselves with beautiful music and art, and just spend time in beautiful environments. On December 3rd, Venus in your 8th house is squaring Pluto in your 11th house. Venus has been in your 8th house for the month of November, and it has been asking you to find comfort and security in being vulnerable, really becoming naked with another human being and feeling the power and the strength that comes from that. And on its final push out of your 8th house, Venus has a sort of difficult conversation with Pluto. It's asking you to consider if all of the things that you learned about vulnerability, all of the deep, meaningful connections that you formed during this time, if they are reflected in your future vision, in where you want to be in the next 5 to 10 years. Then Venus enters your 9th house, and on December 5th, so quite fairly soon after, it trines Saturn. With Venus entering your 9th house, we see a shift. You now find comfort, security, a sense of well-being and warmth by exploring, by learning, by traveling, by reading new books, signing up for new classes. And because Venus is trining Saturn, I highly suggest to use your adulting, your mature self to help you make the shift easier. Perhaps you want to do some research on what type of skills you want to improve, what are the schools that offer those, and just approach it in a really pragmatic and practical type of way. On December 10th, Venus in your 9th house is opposing Jupiter in your 3rd house. So all of this comfort and yumminess, rejuvenation you're finding by learning and exploring, it's being a bit challenged by all of the wonderful opportunities happening in your local environment around you. I don't know what's happening. Maybe your town is getting a new festival coming to it. Maybe your neighbors are inviting you to parties all of a sudden, or your siblings have a lot going on. And all of this is pulling your attention away from what you really want to be doing, which is learning and exploring. As I always say, try your best to strike a balance. It's never that one is better than the other. A balance is always a healthy approach. On December 13th, we have a new moon in Sagittarius in your 10th house. The sun and the moon trine the north node in your 2nd house and square Neptune in your 1st. A new moon represents a new beginning, and for you, this is happening in your career. Maybe you're getting a promotion, maybe it's a new resolution that you have in your career that you're starting around this time. In order to help with this transition, with this new beginning, I recommend tapping into your self-worth, into this confidence that you have in yourself to help with it. And take a look if there are any places where you're trying to escape by focusing too much on the minute details. For example, Perhaps you are spending so much time worrying about wearing the right outfit for this new promotion that you have, whereas at the end of the day, you're really just using that as an avoidance to address bigger questions regarding this promotion. And this need to escape into the minute details might continue to get stronger up until December 17th. It's on this day that the square between the Sun and Neptune is exact. On December 21st, Venus in your 9th house is opposing Uranus in your 3rd house. So we talked about there's a lot of opportunities with your local surroundings, but there's also a lot of ups and downs. I'm not sure what's happening. Maybe like your neighbors move in and out. You get new neighbors like every 3 months or something. But again, on this day, we see this pull between wanting to spend time on learning and exploring, thinking broader and bigger. But at the same time, your local environment is sort of keeps pulling you back, keeps asking for your attention. Again, I would just recommend try your best to strike a balance during this time. On December 22nd, the Sun leaves your 10th house and enters Capricorn in your 11th house. So with the Sun entering a new house, we see that you need to shift what type of activities you do in order to still feel a zest for life. So if around this time you feel a bit lackluster, like you're not having motivation in your day-to-day life, then try shifting your focus a little bit more away from your career, zooming out and focusing a little bit more on your future plans. Where do you see yourself in the next 5 to 10 years? On December 24th, the Sun is sextiling Saturn. So I would highly recommend that you use your very practical approach to this new shift, perhaps just starting to take an inventory of where you want to be in the next couple of years, and just really approaching it from a practical way, doing research, gathering input from others. That could really help with the shift. On December 25th, Venus in your 9th trines Neptune in your 1st. So there is one more Venus aspect to go. However, I do feel like on December 25th, we get a beautiful reward if we've done our Venusian work for the month. So if you've really allowed yourself to dive deep into the world of learning, traveling, exploring, then on the 25th, you will be able to finally relax, let go, and access a level of your intuition that you haven't been able to access before. And what you'll find when you spend alone time and allow your intuition to come through is a really beautiful insight about who you are and where you're heading. So I highly suggest on the 25th to see if you can find a little bit of time of silence, a little bit of time to yourself where you can just reflect and get in touch with your intuition.
Tough luck, babe. Struck out when you have about 30 chances.
On December 27th, we have a full moon in Cancer in your 5th house. So the Sun is in your 11th house, the moon is in your 5th house, and the Sun is trining Jupiter in your 3rd house. Overall, this is a really positive full moon. A full moon represents a piece of information being revealed to you that you weren't aware of before. And for you specifically, you might be learning something new in regards to your future, where you want to be heading, and as well seeing how you can incorporate the things that make you happy into your future vision. After all, what's the point of living and working towards this version of ourselves when we're not even enjoying the present moment? And since this full moon, well, the Sun actually is trining Jupiter during this full moon, you might find that there's some wonderful opportunities, some wonderful help coming from your local community that helps you during this full moon. You know, maybe your neighbor or your sibling says something that actually helps you realize that you need to tweak your future vision, that you need to include more fun activities into your plan. Finally, we close off the month on December 28th with 2 transits, one with Mars and one with Venus. Mars in your 10th house is squaring Neptune in your 1st house, and Venus in your 9th house is sextiling Pluto in your 11th. Whether you like it or not, you've been spending quite a lot of time on your career. We talked about this already with the beginning of December when the Sun was also in your 10th house. However, since December 25th, you've been feeling more of a pull towards letting go and surrendering. You've been feeling a pull away from effort and action and more of an effort towards, or more of a pull, I should say, towards just letting go and going with the flow. Trusting that you know who you are deep inside you, that you have your own back. So you could feel quite torn at the end of the month as to what's the balance between expending effort versus going with the flow. And you've spent the whole month learning, exploring, meeting new people. And you've had some wonderful opportunities and insights from already the people you know, already the people living around you, your siblings. So see if you can lean on the support group. You can lean on your knowledge to help you make a decision. As to when do you step into effort and action and when do you let go. So overall, Pisces, wow, you have to pick up and learn something new during this month. If you do so, you'll find that it just flows wonderfully. Whether it's learning a new language or learning a musical instrument, maybe you go to pottery class. I highly encourage it. Maybe you go traveling. Just really try to expand your horizons in December, Pisces. Thank you for joining me and for watching this December horoscope. I wanted to remind you that my books are open for year ahead readings. Feel free to book one if that's something that would resonate with you, if that's something that will help you for the year ahead. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed December. Just have fun. That's so important, Pisces. And I hope to see you again soon.